After the Tan reinforcements convoy was destroyed by the Orange Crusaders, the remainder of the Tan fortress tried to escape. They ran across the unforgiving tundra, passing through village after village. Nowhere was safe to set up. Prime Minister Creed heard of this, and sick of all the games, decided to send in 1,000 green army men and tanks loaded with more soldiers to chase after them. Soon the Tans grew exhausted and decided to create a defense within a small village. They've deployed the last of their tanks and troopers that were once within the walls of the city, and now they hold out to the last man. What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today we're back with another episode of Army Men Civil War, baby. And today we have a Tan last stand trench defense against 1,000 oncoming green Army Men soldiers. The Greens also have with them a lot of tanks. The Greens are, of course, known for having, some of the largest population in the Army Men kingdoms, so they're coming at the Tans with a whole lot of stuff. But the Tans, of course, are known for having advanced factory capabilities, so they still have got themselves a number of weapons despite being haggarded by the Greens. Is that a word? I don't know. I might have just made that up. But either way, they've got themselves some artillery pieces, one mega piece of artillery down here, a Sherman, as well as a bunch of howitzers and machine guns. Basically, the last of their stockpile from the city that they brought with them. They've also got, a number of soldiers with them defending along these trench lines, but they're outnumbered about 10 to 1, I would say, against the Greens. But will their defensive capabilities and advanced factory production be able to take out the Greens in time? Only time will tell. Let's check it out, baby. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Let's try for 657 likes in the first 24 hours. A very weird number, but I think we can hit it. Comment down below if you'd like to see some more, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 350k subs by the end of 2021. Either way, guys, let's get into this thing. Gamers! Do you guys like Minecraft? Do you like daily tactics content? Well, guess what? The two are merging because I opened up a Minecraft server called Dailycraft. Basically, I wanted a Minecraft server where I could host my community, and so we created Dailycraft. It's got a ton of plugins, including towns, special enchantments, special items. There's all sorts of cool stuff you can do on it. It is for Java edition of Minecraft. Link in the description below to the IP as well as the server store page if you guys want to donate to help keep the server running. You get some special in-game items if you do that, and then also the Discord server if you want to go chat to other people about the server, make some friends, stuff like that. So guys, thank you for listening to this ad. Link in the description below to the Minecraft server and all the details about that. I hope to see you on there. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go in slow-mo and press start here. I do have the green soldiers on movement mode assault, so as you can see, they begin to charge through the field here, but the second they seem to notice the Tans, they do start to halt a little bit and spray out a little bit of fire. The Tans in the distance probably, making sure their weapons are ready. They're adjusting the sights and trying to get the first of their shells out. However, the early preliminary Tan defenses here are going down a little bit. We can see an artillery shell striking over here. That is the big gun that the Tans have, and as you can see, it does wipe out a large portion of the green army men defenses over here. Other artillery strikes also impacting the Greens here and taking them down a peg. That is definitely brutal. Some Tan soldiers over here still firing out into the field across from them. A number of green soldiers trying their best to get close to the Tans there. They could get shot down. Who knows what'll happen. It seems like the Tans, though, are mostly aiming for the troopers back here, connecting a few shots with them, but not too many. Green tanks beginning to move forward, a number of them getting struck by the anti-tank guns of the Tans, slash perhaps the Sherman that the Tans have over there, but others still manage to push forward quite well here. The Tan artillery is still alive and well. That will be definitely a #1 target, I would say, for the green soldiers in the totality of this battle. For sure, for sure. Do have an anti-tank gun over here for the tans, still firing out. Might be getting some hits on the greens, not fully sure. Could be doing some good work, who knows. Number of tan soldiers back here getting sniped by some green soldiers off in the distance. They're just sort of sitting there right now, so they're somewhat easy pickings, if it were. M8 howitzer over here firing out as well. Ooh, what's that shot gonna hit with? That's a Piat, actually. Piats are, of course, British anti-tank guns that are holdable by a single soldier. Basically like a bazooka, but British, manufactured by the Brits. And yeah, they're pretty powerful. They're decent. They're not exactly amazing in this mod, but they'll get the job done if used correctly. A whole slew of greens over here attacking the right flank, clearly thinking that this is a weak point in the tan soldiers, so they are doubling down over this way. That's a bazooka round, not a Piat round. Piat rounds tend to sort of arch a little bit more, while bazooka rounds are a bit more straightforward fire. Piats are almost like mortars, and bazookas are a little bit more like anti-tank guns. Portable versions of each, of course. Greens firing out their own bazooka rounds over there, but missing pretty detrimentally right there. Yep, there's the bazooka I was talking about right there. And he is just on a miss streak, man. He is not doing too hot. Lots of the tan soldiers within this compound here slowly getting picked off by the greens, but it's not over yet for them. They still have a solid number of troopers. It looks like the tan tank over here actually chooses to come forward. Very interesting. It could be perhaps because the tan artillery gun over here did get taken down, so perhaps the tans want to fill the gap in the lines a little bit here and try and make a little bit of a comeback down mid. M24 Chaffee taking a pot shot at it. It does manage a hit. I don't think that's good enough to kill, but there we go. It looks like maybe the Sherman fired another shot, or maybe a bazooka trooper or something. But things are definitely targeting this tan Sherman, hoping to take it out. The greens do have a solid number of vehicles over here that could potentially take it out. Look, this gun is moving for it. It's like the scene from Fury. Oh boy, I haven't seen that movie in a while. That was a good movie. It was decent. Not like my favorite war movie, but definitely a pretty good one. Is this thing gonna fire out? I believe that Sherman is still alive, is it not? Is it not? Wait, hold up. Is it alive? Oh, it's still alive, yeah. It's somehow damaged. I don't know what on that is damaged, but it is. I think that's the M24 Chaffee firing at it again. The Sherman here not really doing all that much against it. It just seems to be chilling for the most part. Hopefully it does do something at the end of the day here. A lot of the green infantry has been taken out across the battlefield, but the ones that are remaining are still pretty great in force. I'd say at least 100 troopers, probably a few more still alive. Most of them behind some piece of cover or hillside or something along those lines to keep themselves at least marginally safe. A massive explosion over here as a green M24 Chaffee goes down. Another one over on this side, bursting into flames there. The tans just doing a knock-up job of managing to take out all of these tanks. Here comes the Sherman actually moving forward for the tans, crossing the riverbed. It looks like it's going to try and do. That is a risky move, and I don't see why they would do that, but it looks like they're going to try to. The tan artillery back here is down. A bunch of the crewmen of these artillery pieces are down over here, and these ones also have taken some losses, but those ones are still a little bit more operational. Though you have to remember the reload times on those artillery pieces are long, so they might be out of commission for a minute or two here. Is what we might be able to expect. Enough time, certainly, for the remaining green tanks to get forward a little bit more and take out some more enemies. Here comes the tan tank here. Let's bump it up to normal speed here. I forgot we were in slow-mo. This thing is surely going to go down, right? Yeah, it does. Why did the tans do that? That was really silly. Oh, this tank somehow gets shot down too, though, for the greens. A little tit-for-tat action there. Very interesting. More M24 Chaffies moving through the back lines for the greens. They are sneaky little buggers. Definitely my favorite tank from World War II. And they are managing to just sort of slip around, provide infantry cover fire, things like that. They are probably the backbone of the green military right now. The Shermans have all, for the most part, been knocked out, and I think the reason for that is they're just so much bigger and bulkier than the M24 Chaffies, so they're able to, you know, take a lot more shots and get shredded. There's still one alive back here, it looks like, though. So the Shermans are easier to take out than the M24 Chaffies for sure. M24 Chaffies able to maneuver a little bit more and take out a few more enemies in that regard. We got one over here cresting over the hillside. Hopefully there's no bazooka troopers for it to be killed by. It's taking pot shots over here, actually aiming at this artillery. It knows exactly what the strongest enemy point is, and it takes out all of the crewmen for that artillery. It looks like there's still 2 artillery pieces somewhat functional over here. They've each got 1 crewman apiece. That means it will take a lot longer for them to reload their cannons and such, but they are still technically a viable weapon able to do things in this battle. M24 Sherman over here, still reloading its gun, it seems. It's alive, but it is getting heavily damaged. It is tracked, of course, too. There we go. Big HE shot coming out from that thing. Eliminates the last of the Sherman, or sorry, Tan artillery pieces. Not Sherman. I don't know why I said Sherman at all. But those are definitely down for the count now. Still a lot of Tan infantrymen on the left side over here. These guys are still managing to clap some cheeks over here with some good spam fire. But in terms of vehicles, the Tans are certainly down and out for sure. There's like a couple of howitzers here or there, but those howitzers and Brownings are definitely not enough to really take out a Sherman. Maybe an M24 Chaffee, but we can see over here that they are struggling to take this one out right here. We can go ahead and start enacting the repair rule for the Greens over here. Essentially, any tank that needs repairs, we will repair it if it is viable. We'll also go ahead and do the squad up rule for the Greens here too, and they can squad up their forces and maybe attack a little bit more as a bit of a group. I'm not going to repair this tank because it's so in the line of sight here for the Tans that it would just be a suicide mission to do that. We can also go ahead and enact the retreat rule for the Tans here. So we basically retreat any soldiers who are too far forward in the battlefield and get them back to the main body of troopers that they're hoping to fight with. Not too many to retreat. We did take a couple of soldiers back from the front lines. Oh, this guy can go back too. Yeah, he can definitely go back. But other than that, yeah, not too many soldiers really need retreating here for the Tans. Just a couple here and there. It is coming down to the wire with this battle for sure. Oh, did they never repair this tank? I guess not, huh? We can reman that for them, I suppose. There is a bazooka trooper who I guess was in this thing. Very interesting. There we go. We'll reenact the repair rule there for that one. There's not too much green infantry left. Out of 1,000 soldiers to start the battle off with, we are down to maybe 50 or so remaining. They could even tie the Tans for number of soldiers remaining here. The Tans, of course, having lost a good solid number within these trenches over the period of this battle, but they've still got a couple soldiers in their back lines here, ready to fight for sure. And across the entirety of the battlefield, too, they've got soldiers in just about every nook and cranny here. Yeah, this thing is still getting repaired. And the rest of the green soldiers all seem to be sort of standing by, it seems. Why don't we go ahead and pool them all on the left side? Why not? Just make this a little bit more interesting and have a concentrated green force. Oh, well, these guys are actually moving out that way a little bit. Okay, we'll let these guys do their thing, but then we'll concentrate the rest of them on the left side for fun and see what they sort of do with this, you know? Is this thing repaired? Oh, it's this one I need to be looking at. Wait, is this one also alive? Hold the phone. No, this one is dead. This one's toasted for sure. This one is getting repaired currently. Just one more track to go, and that thing will be functional. I have a feeling it's going to run in and get immediately KO'd. I am sort of anticipating a Tan victory here at the end of the day. I think they did play their cards right with their artillery, and they got a lot of good, cheeky kills with it. It managed to take out the tanks when they needed to, but you never know. It's never over until it's over, baby. And we've still got ourselves a number of greens and one big Sherman. This Sherman is basically the lifeblood of the Greens right now. Yes, they've got troopers out there still fighting, still firing M16s, still trying to get some licks in, but this Sherman could make or break this battle. If this Sherman goes on an absolute tear, then the Tans could easily get destroyed. We have seen Shermans single-handedly win battles in past episodes of Army Men Civil War, and this one could potentially do the same here. Let's go into fast motion as he finishes up repairs. This is definitely it. There we go. It is now repaired, and it should be able to move forward. Let's see, and there it goes. So this could be a victory, or it could immediately get sniped by a bazooka and go down. It's 50-50 essentially. And just for the fun of it, we're also going to go ahead and send in... It's already been penetrated. Oh no, it is using this other Sherman as cover. We're sending in the infantry simultaneously. This is a last-ditch sort of push effort from all sides of the battlefield. The infantry almost immediately gets killed. This Sherman still using the other Sherman as cover, though it's not really working too much. It's definitely not fooling the tan bazooka troopers there. Yikes, some big shots impacting this thing. It does get stalled out right there. It is still fully functional, but now it is indeed tracked. And this bazooka trooper, if not killed, will basically be able to get free shots on this thing until it is truly dead and gone. So let's see. Oh, he is missing quite a bit. Why don't we fast forward here, because this guy takes a while to reload. Oh, there's another shot. Oh, the Sherman targets. Oh, the crew bails out, and it is dead. Oh, I forgot about this thing over here. This M24 Chaffee's still alive. We could try and repair it. Oh. Crew's trying to repair it. Well, the crew man. There's one other green soldier back here. We'll toss him in there too. Why not? The single crewman repairing the M24 Chaffee. This is the true last hope for the Greens, because after this they have no soldiers left. So at that point, yeah, it really is over. Oh, there we go. It gets repaired and it leaves without him. So he dies and this absolute Chad takes off without the man. Wow. 50 cal trying to get something done against that Chaffee. Really weird, but it doesn't work. And there you go, the bazooka does blow it sky high. Wow, so that is the end of the battle. Somehow the Tans managed to pull a victory out of their butts here. Yellow are dead green soldiers. Of course, the tanks ran over a lot of them, so there should be 1,000 bodies here, but there's probably less than that. I'm seeing like maybe 400 or 500 bodies here on the battlefield, but still lots of deaths. And the Tans, of course, over here are in red, and they themselves lost quite a number of soldiers as well. They are certainly not coming out of this unscathed, and all they really have left are infantry, but still, they won the battle. They managed to get away from the Greens. The Greens, of course, got the city that they retreated out of, but at the end of the day, these soldiers are still alive, and that's all that really matters here. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more Army Men Civil War in the future. All right, guys. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.